What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's been a couple weeks. We've been real busy with Q4, and we've been making a few changes to the business, which I'm excited to talk about in future videos. Not yet. So today we're going to get caught up on some of the sales and how things have been going so far for Q4. I just picked like 10 or 11 items to go over, and let's get into it. So this first one, a Nike quarter zip. I will pick up. I'll also pass sometimes depending on the price, the condition, and everything. This one I got because I noticed that it was a wool blend, and as a runner, I can see the appeal. Picked it up for $4 or $5, and it sold for 19.96 plus shipping. So I've also been tracking my spending a little different. This year, I used to do GoDaddy bookkeeping, and I would track everything that way. And then I did an itemized spreadsheet, and we tried that for a while. And then I did nothing, and I tried that for a while as we were switching into eBay payments. So right now I'm tracking my sourcing the same way you would if you were doing wholesale. So like when I sourced the other day, I bought, basically enough stuff for half of the week. I figure out how much I spent and how many items I bought, and then I figure it out like that. So this week on Wednesday sourcing, I spent about 419 an item, and I think I got like 105 items. And then earlier in the week, Monday, it was a little higher than that, maybe like $5. So that's how I'm going to cover costs. Basically, my cost of goods is right between $4 and $5 for this stuff. So next item up. Now this is an older pair of Vask hiking boots. These were the women's. Right here is the model number. I think I bought two pairs of these, and one sold pretty quick, and the other one I've had. I wonder if I can see right here. Ignore that part. They sold like within a month or two. Now this next pair of shoes I'd never seen before, and if you've ever been thrifting before, you see, like, if you ever come up to either a piece of clothing or shoes and you're like, I can't tell if this is really cheap or really high end, that's kind of the vibe I got from these shoes. They were two-tone, kind of like a gray leather and then like a brushed patent leather that almost had kind of like a worn aluminum, like metal look. I did a little research, and I realized that these were like Italian sneakers, probably like $200-300 new, and they were in great shape. So I picked those up, and they went for 59.95 plus the shipping. I didn't write down notes for these, so all of the solds either sold for the listed price, or if I accepted an offer, we're talking about like 80% or more. So I don't have the exact number for a few of these. This was a really cool, this old barn jacket, chore jacket, barn coat, whatever you want to call it. It was an old Woolrich. You can see the blue tag with the little sheep. This was a women's, I believe, women's medium, but a men's small. You could work it out. But anyways, this was really cool. It had awesome fading on it. Everything about this jacket was pretty sweet. So I got about 65 out of that. All right, this was an old Woolrich wool cardigan. Now this old Woolrich cardigans are it's like one of my grail items to find. I hope to one day find the Big Lebowski Pendleton sweater. It's like I would be more excited to find that than anything, I think. This one's not as old, not the same type of print. It's got like that Nordic print. You can see the newer green Woolrich tag. I honestly am not even sure how old this tag is. I think it's like right on the edge. But I knew Woolrich was good. I knew was good, and in the print, I was kind of surprised that I got that much out of it though. This was a women's Mountain Hardwear like deep pile fuzzy fleece. I almost had to wrestle this out of my wife's hands because she wanted to keep it. But Mountain Hardwear is one of those brands. I love it. I don't know why I love it. I've never owned any of it, but I think it's cool. And it went for about $38. So, all right, these are the Nike Metcons. Any shoe, Reebok, Nike, Noble, like any of the shoes that are making CrossFit style workout shoes are definitely worth picking up. These were the Metcon 2s, so they're not even new. They were in pretty good shape, but like not perfect or anything. And I got about $48 for those. And my phone is going off. All right, so next up, now this is really cool. I picked this up just based on content. I've never heard of the brand. I thought that it looked really, at first I thought it looked like a project. Then I realized that there was some serious craftsmanship. It was really cool looking. The content, Italy, all of like these sites and geographic locations. And so I picked it up for a couple bucks, got home, started doing some research. The brand is Swan Magic, and they usually will have a signature. And they were worth more than I thought, and I thought this was the coolest one anyways. So I figured at the time I thought I was listing it high at $49.95, but it sold like within a day. So Swan Magic, these embroidered artsy shirts are definitely worth looking out for. Everyone knows Harley Davidson is good. I wanted to show you guys this one because this is the Screaming Eagles. It's like the performance part for Harley Davidson racing. And these are worth quite a bit too. I took an offer on this, so I think with shipping I got 48 for it. Okay, these are just some flannel lined work pants. That's one thing I've realized, and I try to tell people now. You kind of gotta play the cards you're dealt. In my area in Michigan, I find a lot of workwear. You know, I'm not personally finding a bunch of like grailed vintage items or like brand new designer stuff. I'm not finding a lot of like samples or anything, but I can find a lot of workwear, and a lot of workwear is good bread and butter when you're spending $5 on jeans or, you know, tops that you can get 20, 25, $30 for all day. Now Carhartt is one of those brands. I picked these up most likely for $5.99 right here at the local Goodwill, and $26.95 plus shipping. And the last item, another old workwear. Now, if you didn't know about Carhartt, if you weren't familiar with the vintage game, you would never pick up this jacket. You would never pick it up. Look how stained it is. It's worn. Over here on the side, it actually had like dried epoxy, like crusty stuff on it. And I took pictures of it. I think it's in this picture. Maybe I scratched. Oh, yeah, right here. So it's got like dried epoxy, paint, oil stains, all sorts of stuff. And you just wash it, take a picture, and list it as is. Like, this is what people are looking for. I got $68 for this. So Carhartt, both new and old, is just one of those things that is worth picking up. Now, this I think was about a week's time period. I didn't want this video to be too long, and I figured I would split it up into two sections. So stay tuned. I do have some more videos coming this week. I think we're going to be making like kind of like not really a vlog, but a haul video tomorrow with the type of things that we've been buying lately, and then getting ready to record another video about the changes that we've been making in the eBay business. I'm very excited about. I hope you guys tune in to check it out. So anyways, that's all for now. I'll see you later.